Hey there, horror fans. I just wanted to do a shout out to a best friend of mine, actually a high school best friend. We spent a lot of time together. We used to draw pictures, play games, go on hikes, go swimming, go hiking, watch tons of movies. We did everything together. And he is now an established horror director. So much so that the name of his company is Holbrook Is Horror. Now I'm speaking of Jonathan Holbrook. And this is the movie, Beloved Beast. It's his newest film. He just started production on an even newer film, which, man, it sounds awesome. The premise, the idea sounds great. What I'm doing here right now is shamelessly plugging his new movie. Of course, he signed it for me. But this is the DVD that he brought with him to Austin, Texas for a film fest where he won Best Horror Film and Best Director. Beloved Beast. If you can find it, it's on iTunes. Not sure where else it is, but if you can find it, do yourself a favor and check it out. It is long. I mean long. It's probably the longest horror movie ever made. Up there with The Shining long, you know what I mean? His influences are extremely obvious. His influences are David Lynch, John Carpenter, without a doubt David Lynch. Has a very strong Twin Peakiness to it. So that alone is going to divide the people that watch this movie, because the long spells of silence for the dialogue is not necessarily appealing to everyone. The term slow burn was created to describe the films from directors like David Lynch. It's an investment from the beginning to the end. You may not like what's in the middle, but if you follow through and you stay faithful, the beginning to the end, you will find that you will love it. So the premise, I don't want to say too much, but the premise is a little girl who's got a troubled life, and an escaped lunatic looks after her, wearing a papier-mâché rabbit head and carrying around a giant mallet for smashing people's heads. It is violent. This is created on an extremely low budget. Jonathan is just getting his gears lubed, and we've got so much more to come from this genius. So watch it with an open mind. Remember it's a slow burn. And think about the dialogue going into the movie and how it's going to be unique. It may even be a style of dialogue that you've never witnessed before. Definitely not Quentin Tarantino style, which is rapid fire, quick. But with that being said, though the dialogue might not be anything like Tarantino, the way he writes his screenplays and the way he executes his scenes is very much like a Quentin Tarantino film. So I think I've said enough about my friend's film, Beloved Beast. Personally, I'm one of those people that stays quiet when friends send me their movies. They're usually terrible. And I'm no fan of terrible movies. But this one, I'm not just saying this because he's my friend. I genuinely loved this movie. It genuinely had an impact on me. I felt it. I felt the characters, I got inside their psyche, and that's not easy to do for a movie that was made no differently than if me, myself, got myself an expensive camera and a crew and put together a film. That's how amazing this is to me. So check it out. Beloved Beast. Just don't bring the kids along. Heads get exploded, things like that.